Hello everyone, I'm here to bring the information about the update with the whole Toki pregnancy news that was just broken about 2 days ago. During that video, three of the members of Aldious, Toki herself, Yoshi, and Sawa all gave their comments on the situation, and there was also a statement from the official Aldious website, but there was nothing from Marina. And if you want to watch that video where I go over everything there, then you can watch the video that I'll have pinned at the end of this one. But Marina just posted a statement about this on her blog, and I'm going to go ahead, take a look at it, and read it to you all, and sort of give my thoughts while reading it. Keep in mind that I am using pretty much being translated through Google Translate, so the stuff is going to be a little wonky like the last video, but I can still get the general idea. But yeah. With that being said, let's begin. It starts with, first of all, I'm very sorry to inform you of this announcement at the beginning of the tour. I'm sorry for everyone who is looking forward to the future performances and for all the people involved. Yeah, I mean, don't see any reason to apologize. Yeah, it did happen at the beginning of the tour, but at the same time, it's not like something that's like you're going to have to cancel the tour over. And even then, like, there is definitely, at least to me, as an artist, there's like a certain level where you have to, like, put yourself and your health first rather than risking yourself going out there and like suffering major consequences, especially, with the child or soon to be child. Aldious is able to walk out, although it is an irregular system for the support of everyone involved, members concerned, guests, vocals, and many people support us after leaving members last year. At first, there were various meanings, such as the meaning of the tour and the state, whether it would be better to make activity after firmly finding the vocals and solidifying the ground. So I guess this is more talking about the Reno situation. For those of you who are not in the loop, Reno was the last vocalist from 2012 to 2018 who left due to an extremely rare condition / illness that kind of forced her to step down. She's currently getting treatment for that. Wish her the best with that. At first, however, despite in the various performances, I feel nowadays, despite various thoughts among fans, I would like to go out to the hall and receive the current Aldious now. And again, on a daily basis, I was filled with a heart feeling of gratitude when I saw the figure that supported us from Unchanged. So I guess this was like them thinking about whether or not they were going to take a little break for them to find a new vocalist permanently, but they decided that rather than doing that, they would still tour with the guest vocalists, Saki and Rin, and then so not really go on a hiatus like what they're thinking about is what I kind of got from that. I think that there are various opinions on the matter and of this time decision in response to it, everyone is taken seriously. The leaders Yoshi and Sawa posted their feelings on this on their blogs. I'm glad if you can read this. So I don't think I read Sawa's blog. I'll have to double check that, which I will at the end once I'm done going through Marinas. So I'll just go ahead and open it in a new tab real quick. Because I did read Sawa's tweets, but I think there are some differences in a way and thinking of each. But the feeling I want to protect Aldious from here on is undeniably one. Everyone's in the same direction. In this case, I was keenly aware of achieving both women's happiness and dreams. This is not a story limited to us musicians, but I think it's for all types of work. someone who gives up a woman's happiness because of their dreams. On the contrary, for a woman's happiness, someone gives up their dreams. I think you are welcome. Let's see here. So what they're referring to is all of the times when female musicians end up starting families or something like, or even if they just get married, a lot of them have to step down from the music industry, either because it really depends on the scenario, but like sometimes it's more because they want to prioritize family, or other times it's I guess it's sort of like a taboo thing. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it's just something that's super common. It's not because usually, you know, as soon as a member gets married in a band or something, they depart or whatever. So, and also the previous drummer before Marina, Ataru, sorry, who was the band from the start all the way until 2014. She left after she was married, and I think she has 2 kids now, or it might be 1. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, departures like that is something that's not necessarily new to Aldious, and it's very clear that that they actually not gonna let. Sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and keep reading. I can't process that current thought that I'm thinking. We hope that this will be a good model for other female musicians as well, without giving up their dreams or their happiness. So yeah, I guess that's kind of what my thought was going to be, that they can do both. It's hard to make Presence to do anything, but with Presence, it'll be easier for everyone to walk with faced with some trouble in the future. Besides mother metal guitarist, I think I'm super cool and the same woman as the same woman Toki. We think that if we can support each other, move forward about the future troubles with many members of the staff and thinking in the trouble, we will support the guitarists and absence of Toki. Will do our best to continue your favors towards Aldious. Yeah. So that was a pretty awesome statement from Marina, and I'm really interested to see what the guitarist is that will be temporarily taking over for Toki while she goes over and through these few months. But yeah, kind of interesting new statement there, and new info that was given to us. And then we have Sawas. Alright, so we're going to go to Salva's blog now, which I'm guessing is going to have more information than Marinas, because Marinas was kind of fairly short. Just had to take, so it was just more of talking about Marinas was basically talking about the positivity of the situation and how they don't intend to just kick Toki to the curb just for wanting to raise a family. But we're going to go ahead and read Sal's statement now on her blog, which says, thank you for always supporting Aldious. The time is there is an important announcement to everyone in the matter of Toki. At first, please read this following from the official. Alright, so I covered all that in the last video, so I'll go ahead and skim over it. The above is important information. We cannot hide the surprise because it's a sudden thing, but we apologize for the inconvenience caused by subsequent performances. We are very sorry for everyone. Again, no need to apologize at all. I think that their opinions and questions are flying around the case, but I think you can see as the leader, Yoshi has put together details in the blog. So I guess Salva and Yoshi are co-leaders of the band. Of course, there's a difference in the way of thinking and how to receive how each member receives it, but I feel that most of our thoughts were the same. Yeah, even though there was different takes on it through all the members took on it, they just kind of generally had the same outline on it. So it was really cool to see all their perspectives on this news. Of course, there is and then it goes on to say, of course, there is a difference in the way of thinking how to receive each member, but I feel it's most, okay, I already read that, sorry. When I called out that there is an important story from Toki'S, just negative things as withdrawal and sickness, it appeared in my mind, which is, I think, is not too far off, because Aldious, for some reason, has had that kind of bad luck with their vocalist. Remy was the first vocalist, and she left in 2012 due to illnesses and stuff. And from what I know, it's actually like so severe that Remy can't do like those nationwide rigorous touring. She does like, I think, 3 concert tours or something like that. So she just she cannot tour as much. And then Reno, it's kind of up in the air whether or not she can even perform again, to be honest, which is really unfortunate for both of them. And then, as I said earlier, Ataru was the one who got married. And then Salva goes on to say here that, however, the context was different from what I've expected and she told me seriously that she was crying and talking about a pregnancy when what she really wanted to be. For the members, congratulations. I just could not say the words still. I was happy to say that I wanted to continue with the band. Of course, it was usually pure talk because of timing is timing. To be honest, what will happen during the touring tour? I cannot afford to stay on stage because it's dangerous. Isn't it difficult to do future activities when raising a child? There are problems in piles. Personally, I'd also like to take advice in advance. I'd also want lonesome feelings, as we did not know anything about the other party. However, I wanted to respect the will and the happiness of most of the important members. Hopefully, you want the other person to be a better person. Absolutely want to make Toki happy. I really appreciate this. In the face of the situation, we were once again able to think about the problem and coexistence with marriage and pregnancy of a woman active in society as well as female musicians. Let's see here. Just reading that last statement again, because I might have something to say. Yeah, I agree. There's definitely, at least in Japan, or actually you can argue there's a little bit of a problem in the US too, but I think it's more prominent there with the coexistence of being an active woman and marriage and pregnancy, not just in the music industry, but overall. That's why Japan has their population pyramid ladder is like you have a lot of very old people on the top, and then like as it just goes down, it's just they're not producing enough children, and as a result their working force is going to be a lot older, and it's going to be not very good for the country going forward. But that's kind of, I don't know if that's like politics that I just went into, or if it's more of a just I guess sort of. But she goes to say, we are not romance-free idols, so it's a problem for a woman to come sooner or later to all members. It is a very difficult problem with the women's bands. It's said to be difficult to continue, but if it's possible to do both of them, I think that is a great mama guitar school and rock. I think that would relate to such precincts. It's not an easy thing, but I think I can support as much people as possible and deciding the members are cool from now on. I'm totally ignorant, but I've also tried giving various fights to female vocalist M, who is now pregnant, who is a senior. So yeah, it's glad to know that there aren't like a lot of other artists in this industry where they just won't it's like, you know, they aren't allowed to have their own personal lives. I feel like Aldious is not, you know, like any of the bands that I'm pretty sure you're thinking of when I mention this, but it's not like they're gonna get, you know, lose their pretty much have their entire career destroyed if, like, you know, one of them was seen out going out with another person of the opposite sex, or you know, pretty much not being able to pursue romance, whether it be from contract or just other means. And it's very important to establish that, especially within the VK scene, with how rabid some of the fans can be about their object of affection, especially, you know, some Gazette fans. But yeah, she goes on to say, it's a shame that I cannot make the tour with Toki. I'll do very hard in my return. I'm going to be, okay, that should say that Toki can't make the tour with us. So I'll keep it very hard until I return. I'm going to bother so many people with a vocal guitarist or also guess it will be the form. Nevertheless, the remaining tour members will support guitarists and do their best, and I'll carry on the sword soul of the champ and stand on stage until the finish. Thank you in advance. So yeah, thank you, Sawa, for the insight. I mean, there wasn't anything like too new as far as the resurrection itself. It's just they were just more. I guess the information was mostly talking about the sort of social change that could come out of this whole thing, and the positivity, the positive effect that it could have, and it's something that's definitely to look forward to. I mean, it's kind of an interesting impact that it will have, because VK or Visual K has also had an impact on some of the way those things have been perceived before. But yeah, so I guess the fact that this is allowing for, you know, such a positive change is also something to definitely look forward to as well. But I don't think, I'm trying to think of how to phrase this, but I also do know that raising a kid and touring at the same time will not be very easy, but it is manageable. Just look at Skillet. They have 2 kids and are constantly touring. In fact, they really don't take breaks from touring unless it's to record a new album. But yeah, this was some pretty awesome information, and I definitely do appreciate them for being this open. It's also worth noting that with a lot of bands, especially, they'll say whenever something's wrong and a member leaves, they'll just say so along the lines of you know, bad health or just illness, and just have it be like a super blanket term, which is usually code for we didn't get along or musical or creative differences, but they don't outright say that. So I am very thankful that Aldious is still going strong, even though they've faced a lot of adversity here, and I do know they'll continue to go strong. And I just wish Toki the best. I wish with her pregnancy. I wish Reno the best with her treatment. I wish Remy the best, and then Alturu the best with her family. Maybe Toki can take maybe Toki has learned a thing or two from Altoru as far as parenting goes. Um, and then I also wish Sawa, Marina, and Yoshi the absolute best on this Evoke tour, which, yeah, is going to be awesome. And I also am hoping that that people are nice to I wouldn't say nice, but aren't rude to the supporting guitarist that will support for the next few months, just because she's not Toki and not going to be an official member. I do think she definitely deserves, or he, I mean, you never know, definitely deserves definitely deserves support too, because sometimes people can be hostile to fill-in members, even though without them the band would have to go on a hiatus. So I definitely think whoever it is, they should definitely get support. We should definitely support them. And anyways, that's kind of all I had to say on the matter. And I would like to thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a